All right, we're doing this in one take. Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. I don't think it was worth for us to get all our mics and get all our equipment because the Leafs would have at least tried if they wanted us to make it worth it. I mean, what a shit show of a game. That was probably the worst game I've ever seen in my life. Matthews and Marner, we're getting messages and stuff from fans, from, our haters too, like even my brother. But, Matthews and Marner are getting paid $11 million to do what? To just choke in the playoffs, to have one goal in the play. They combined for one goal in this entire series. That is an absolute joke. And Matthews' goal came in when we didn't need it. So, Game 7. This is worse than 2013 when they lost to Boston. We blew a 3-1 series lead, and we're all just livid right now. That is I didn't think the Leafs were gonna win, and I'm still fucking pissed. You guys?
There's nothing else to say. You just said it all. It's unbelievable. It's like there is a curse. I don't know what it is. There's something. If you rounded up the best players in the NHL and put them on the Leafs, I feel like they still wouldn't win in a first round. It's unbelievable. On paper, the Leafs win this series in 4. 4-0. They lose in 7. It's while blowing a 3-1 series lead. It doesn't get worse than that. It doesn't. They blew a 3-0 lead. I guess that's worse. But they blow a 3-1 series lead. It's unbelievable. I don't know. Dubas is going to get fired, probably, most likely. If you have those 4 players on your team, if you have... Well, Nylander had 5 goals in the series. That's
he stepped up.
Pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's pretty unbelievable. If all of them played like Nylander did, other than Tavares, who obviously got injured in 5 minutes into the first game.
To help out the curse.
Exactly. Then it's a different story. But Matthews and Marner just looked unbelievably bad. And they wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for Matthews and Marner. 'Cause at the same time, they wouldn't even be in the playoffs if Matthews and Marner weren't on the team. The amount of goals they combined to score during the regular season. The only reason they're in first in the division is because of Matthews and Marner and Tavares, right? It's a whole different team. I know people are really mad right now, and in the moment, you're saying Matthews and Marner sucked this series, and they did. But they're not even going to make the playoffs if they don't have Matthews and Marner and Tavares and Nylander. They just won't. It's as simple as that. So all the people out there saying, "Oh, get rid of Matthews, trade Marner," that's just nonsense. Because these are the guys that helped us get here. But at the end of the day, I don't know what would work. A GM coming to Toronto, a new GM, if Dubas does get fired, it could be likely. If a new GM came, I don't even know what they would start to do. What do you start with? There's nothing. There's nothing you can possibly do to make this team better on paper.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They have the depth. They have everything.
They have everything they need. And Nick Foligno was a complete waste of a first round pick.
He had 4 regular season games that were decent.
Yeah. Complete waste of a trade. Would have been better off grabbing Taylor Hall. I saw what Dubas was trying to do, got leadership and depth, but he was nothing. So,
yeah, there's 3 major keys to why the Leafs lost. The first one, obviously, Tavares. You lose your captain, regardless of the excuses, and regardless we won those 3 games after it. You need his leadership to finish off that series. Without it, look what happened. 2, Carey fucking Price. This game was his best game so far. Unbelievable. I was just sitting there watching. They gave up on watching, and I was just sitting there on that last power play. Just what the fuck am I watching? This guy saves everything. Nothing went past him. And hats off to the Canadiens. You guys won fair and square, and now you guys just have to lose to the Jets. Because let's be honest, we know we weren't winning the Stanley Cup this year. You guys know you're not winning the Stanley Cup this year. The Colorado Avalanche, no one's stopping them. But still would have been nice to break that first round. And then the last key of the game obviously Matthews and Marner, like Philly just talked about, they just need to step up. This would have been the perfect game to, show that they can, but they clearly didn't. Jude, any final thoughts before we wrap this entire season up?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Felly was talking about before about a good takeaway from this, and we discussed for a couple minutes that there's absolutely nothing, except for Felly said. Could have been a 3-0 series blow, but to begin, you know what? Everybody at the beginning of the season was saying Mickey Mouse League or Mickey Mouse Division, the North Division was the softest division, all that kind of stuff. So if we made it past the first round, people would have been like, "Oh, you're just lucky you played the fourth seed Montreal Canadiens, whatever, all that." So maybe this gives us hope for next year that we can make it by. Because honestly, I don't see anything different changing within the team aside from maybe Thornton packing it in. Because maybe he can be our new power play guy because clearly he was dog. Felly was saying that like Malhotra was like godlike apparently, and Burrows literally just out power played him, and that's it. When you look at the two power plays.
Well, Malhotra was the Florida last year, right? He was the Florida power play.
Oh, he was
coach, and they had like one of the best power
Oh
plays.
yeah,
in the league.
yeah, they did.
Or a couple years ago. So.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I guess
the
that does it.
curse.
Yeah, Leafs lose Game 7 against the Montreal Canadiens, 3-1.
There's really nothing else to say.
There isn't.
They could have McDavid on the first line
Yeah.
with Matthews and Marner, and they would probably still lose. I mean, Montreal isn't a playoff team this year.
They're not.
They're lucky they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Since it was this, the division and whatever, they were not even top 16 in the league.
They were 17th in the league.
17th best team in the league doesn't make it to the playoffs. Top 16 do.
Mm-hmm.
So they got lucky in that they were even in the playoffs, and then they got extremely lucky that they got to play the cursed Leafs.
Mm-hmm. I guess that'll do it. That wraps up. We made a video after every single Leafs game this year. All of that just for this depressing moment. Kind of feels like a waste, but we've gained so many fans. We've talked to so many Leaf fans, and I guess you guys are the only good thing that came out of this was you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you guys think of the game, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe, like the video, enter the jersey giveaway. This has been the Buds in the Box. Bye for now.